Good morning, it's Dr. James. Hey, I hope this message finds you and your loved ones peaceful, thriving, and well. And oh, is that a good omen? Look at that. Exhale, primal exhale. This is a beautiful invitation right there to think about what it is that brings us peace and purpose. This morning, I was reading a piece on research about how so many people these days, everyone these days, are searching for certainty like no other time in anyone's life. This is an all-time high with so much uncertainty in its relationship to how it affects our emotional resilience, our mental health, our sense of purpose, just personal peace. So there's no question when you look out in the world right now and try to find certainty in anything, probably the only thing we can be certain of is going to be chaos. It's going to be hard. It's going to be tragic at times. Yes, there'll be sprinklings of beauty, but more and more it seems like it's harder to find it. So I want to talk about something that I have been working on probably now for close to 30 years, because back in that time, the very beginning of this experience, I experienced pretty much no peace of mind, and my struggle was real every single day. So I came up with something called predictable excellence. And this is back when I was in my 20s, and oh my gosh, I was lost, I was sad, I was. But today, as I look back at this journey of the last nearly 30 years and this idea of predictable excellence, it's really all about what it is that we have control over. And the full stop I want to ask us all to take this morning is, yes, there is no question, looking out in the world right now, it can be super challenging, it can be daunting, it can be depressing, it can be overwhelming. It can actually make us feel the depth of uncertainty, which researchers tell us is one of the most challenging things to our mental health. So, where do we find certainty? What do we have control over? What is it that we can actually bring in with our circle of influence and say, this is something that is an absolute, non-negotiable, and this is how I'm going to show up? So here, no question, you can be looking at this as exercise, clean food. You can look at it as your prayer and your meditation, just all of your self-care. There is no question that is a beautiful expression of your predictable excellence. But I want to talk about something that I find more and more these days for me when I'm meditating. It literally moves me to tears. And that is this desire to be love in all conditions. Because I find more and more that, yes, I love my personal self-care. I love my practice in the morning, and it's been literally life-changing for me. But I want to take the next step, and that's what I want to encourage you to consider this morning. What would it look like if you were to be love in all conditions? It's interesting, right? Because we often hear of the term unconditional love. What if we actually raise it to being love in all conditions? The conditions that's happening out in the world, I still choose to love. The conditions I see in political divisiveness, I still choose to be love. The condition of how it is that each and every morning I wake up and I have to heroically look myself in the heart and ask myself what it is that I'm going to be standing for, and then absolutely take a stand for that with a level of conditional love. The love that knows no conditions, because all it is love. We get an opportunity to have predictable excellence if we believe we are channels for this experience. And how does it look? It looks like peace. It looks like purpose. It looks like you and I choosing to be the change that we absolutely need to see and be in the world. This is loving in all conditions and giving ourselves the opportunity to see this as predictable excellence. A spiritual path that requires courage, compassion, vulnerability, openness, and a willingness. A willingness to stand for something bigger than us, bigger than you, bigger than me, bigger than everything that we can conceive right now is what it means to be love in all conditions. And then, just maybe, just predictably, peace and purpose ensue, not just in us, but all around us. So, with that, take in the beauty of this day. Choose to be the beauty of this day. Predictable excellence, a superpower these days. Much love, every blessing. Have an awesome day. Bye for now.